Hello, beautiful fellow human beings. One moment. Let me get... Okay. So I got some good bags today, and pretty stoked on it. I had some old stuffs, and some pretty nice colors and thread in it. And this one's on wood, which first I've seen that, which I'm curious. See, it seems a little brittle, but pretty neat. 7/0, right? There's a 0. I'm not sure. Waxed green, but like a wood spool. These two colors really, I'm really excited on. Kind of like a midnight blue and sunset orange. I hope anyone sees this as having a glorious day. Oh yeah, and Kevlar thread, which I haven't heard of that yet. And so curious. I'm gonna stick this in there. Try to remember. Kevlar thread. I've never heard of such a thing. So if anybody has any, I haven't looked it up yet. A little bit of a late start today, to say the least. But it's alright. Excuse me. I haven't talked in a second. Sometimes, hey, Global, how's your day going? Hey, Loki. Pretty good. Very late start, 1:49 a.m. here in Southeast Florida. Woke really late too, but it was pouring. The first time in a really long time, so I hope my canoe is still there. If not, I mean, if it is, a lot of bailing. Just like minimal, you know, probably like a bucket worth. And if it came loose, I'm gonna have to go on a little journey. But almost reached the closet and the last shelf to organize, and almost got all the little antiques and stuff in here, and that shelf is now like the rest of the antiques, and then sewing, and then fabric, because I do need a place for that, and then the very bottom is going to be all glass, because I have some gorgeous glass from McMo, and McMo was a glass shop in Lake Worth Beach, and it's been there for decades, but it did shut down. And right on. This device, excuse me, I don't have any coffee tonight, so excuse me one moment. I didn't notice that one before. Okay. You could do blank screen. This is a fly tying vise, well, a hook vise, and I think I have pretty much everything needed to make crappie jigs. So anybody who is potentially interested, I'm more than happy to try. And I got stamps, so I'm more than happy to ship them out too. And do I do ASMR? I don't, but there is a ASMR fly tying channel called She Ties Flies. I'm sure there are other ones, but that's the one that I know of. let us see. So yeah, I organized it. Sorry, stoked on that. So, alright. I feel like I could finally empty this out. Put these in the spare. Like, yeah, I'm standing without knocking stuff over. I look like I'm about to go on a pilgrimage, because in a sense I am. But, yeah. Out here, it's really hard to find clothes, to be totally honest. The yard sales stop at like 12. If you see one at 1, it's very, very rare. Sorry. I need some honey. I'm from the South French Riviera. Hot toddy. Cheers there, Spartak. Cheers from Southeast Florida. I realized I don't know much about that area at all on this beautiful little planet. And let's write that down so I don't forget. If you are still here and don't mind showing me, like, I don't know, like what fish perhaps, or anything really, music, recipes, things to check out. I found my little Coke can color wheel. That's what I mean. The Sharpie is pretty dang good, and I'm sure you could get it less streakier than I can, but, you know, I don't know why I made this, but it was forever ago. This is, I've shown it before, but what they are, they're tags. So you put your phone up to it. And I just used Coke cans because they were thin and they're really easy to cut and just kind of shape with a point. Now, excuse me once again. I'm not quite sure what to tie tonight. I'm thinking something super colorful because I did get those goodie bags, which, man, they went overboard with bucktail pieces, so I have essentially a full rainbow. Gosh, excuse me. So I was thinking of like a half and half finally, because I can make it like crazy, like technicolor. So, oh, I feel so organized. I'm stoked on this. Almost to the closet, because then I could put all of that in bins and get through to it. I do have a bunch of pictures of Princess Diana and some other people. I couldn't find Bruce Lee. I dug for hours. And dates. I went there a few times. But anyway, I knew someone that knew someone that knew someone that ended up with all these boxes of pictures from the National Enquirer, because they were, what is that called? They thought there was like anthrax in the building, so it was quarantined. That's the word. And somehow the boxes ended up in a warehouse in Florida, but like a majority was tossed because of water damage, and that's where I found some neat pictures to grab. So, alright. My shopping done. I don't know. Let's browse the internet or something. Severely discombobulated today, which, you know, it's usually how it is out here. But, man, there's so many little things that I need that I can't just walk to the store because it's 3.6 miles away. And I did find a few places in Riviera, but it doesn't matter where it is. It's 1,000 or 1,200 a month. And even out west, because seeing like $1,200 people renting their RVs, I don't know how much luck I'm gonna have in this endeavor. It's wild out there. But there's loads of spots. I'm trying to find like an area that, cause to have like unlimited access, cause I can't stress enough. I'm really far from anything that I utilize on a daily basis, and it is shredding my soul to pieces. So, if anybody in Palm Beach County ever passes a for rent sign, because, you know, I'm holding up pretty well compared to how I feel on the inside. But anywho, we're gonna head to Warm Water Fly Tire. Can't go wrong there. I cannot for the life of me remember who recommended this site, but it has become one of my favorites. So, hey, aloha, David. That voice is nice. That is beautiful. And all the green that's visible in the background with the purple, it's also like super pleasing to the eye too. Let me see. Oh, maybe I should drink water. Every time I hit live, I go from not saying anything out loud to saying, or full on, and I was, let us see. Leaving Florida is the absolute worst. Ow. See, I tried leaving Florida once to Colorado, and Colorado Springs, Manitou, Cripple Creek, Victor. I checked out a bunch of different spots. I loved them all, like a lot, but it was very cold. I could not afford the clothes that were engineered for, yes, but I could afford whiskey, so I might not have the clearest memories of Colorado, but man, I did some wandering. And coal mines, like, oh, you feel so small, but it was too cold to try to find like cool rocks in the like streams and rivers, which was really nice to see on its own. But yeah, I went in the dead of winter for some reason, and I'd never seen snow before that. So, where did you leave or move to, if you don't mind me asking, if you're still here? Best place to fish in Florida? Okay, cool. So I'm in Palm Beach County. So closest on like the main chunk to the Gulf Stream, easternmost point, and like the inlet, Port of Palm Beach, all really nice, but man, I don't know if I would call it the best. I don't know if I've experienced the best. Destin, I always see the most, I've never been, but I always see the most like world record or records being broken there, and then the Keys, of course, I think is where my mind immediately goes, and at where they call the flats, and where I personally want to go, and what I'm like kind of mentally preparing for, is Flamingo, and One day I think it would be the coolest thing possible to just, I personally don't know a lot of people that would be too down. I know a few people, but like it's such a huge expanse. It'd be nice to kind of like canoe camp through it or something like that. And there's like bull sharks and gators at the same time. And a bunch of, it's just like wild Florida, but like that clean like water. And I really, really want to experience that. I've never seen a spring or anything like that, so I really should just put my channel name as Jaime Lyn. Should be like born and raised and hardly grazed, Florida. But that's why I think I'm so antsy to like get the hell going, to be totally frank, because man, time is like fluid as heck these days. It's like water. And like I know Bruce Lee like says to be like water, but this water too fast. Shite is like shoot, what is that called? The rapids, white rapids. There's rapids water sports in the street, but it's water slides. The most successful fish. So, alright, Juneau Pier is somewhere I want to go way more often. Only caught the tail end of it, and there's a guy named Paul DeBill, Pauldabill, and he posts the greatest underwater footage of this area, Palm Beach County, and whirlpools, swirls of snook, and it's truly, truly stunning down there. Tons of spadefish, which anytime I see them, there's like tons and tons of them, and they're really, really spectacular to see. And just north of Juneau Pier, there is a shoreline appropriate or like shoreline okayed beach, and that's where I want to go the most. Most successful probably, and wasn't even there that long, was Jupiter Inlet, because DuBois, it's kind of like a lake, but a mangrove lake, but it looks like a lake, like kind of brown water, Florida lakes, like these retention pond type things. But it feeds into the inlet, and then the beach is right there. But you can fish right off the beach, and that is nice. And Boynton Inlet, I think, is where I fish the most, because that's like where my dad's like favorite spot is. So like on land, and the inlet you go out of, but it's a really small inlet, and there's a big like arm that goes out. Somebody just lost like a huge portion of their like canopy thing off Boynton Inlet. I can't remember what was it. Wavy Boats maybe posted it, but Boynton Inlet has its mishaps. Here, let me turn the phone on so I can actually see this. You do need a license. However, it's $17 for saltwater. I think it's like, excuse me. I could be totally wrong, but I think it's like $35 for salt fresh on like a physical card for a year. Sounds off. Can't remember. But and then like permits and stuff, like snook permits, I think $5. Lobsters $5, but blue crab is free. And I have the app and I do scroll through it a lot, but some of it I just plain don't understand the difference, like reef fish. Ooh. Would y'all like some potatoes and cabbage? This are just stupid. It's just like this shirt. But this thing makes it so any shirt fits. This shirt is like a large, if not larger. And, which, you know, it's going in a donation box after I wash it, because I'm trying to, excuse me, wear everything like one last time and then put it in a box after I wash it. Well, suitcase is not a box, but it will be a box because I need my suitcase back. But I might also make some more of those worms. I'm sorry, I cannot stress enough. It rained today for the first time in months and months and months, and but I have not been able to like wake up all day. This looks nice too, but I want to try. Oh, I didn't even read it. The SEM Sculpin, upturn hook and all that. But I was gonna see best flies for Florida canals, and maybe that'll yield some. Cause I kind of have like a little bit of right now. I've been trying to understand a few things more fully, so I haven't been. Excuse me. I have to like call someone on the phone before I stream. Oh, those are nice. Alright, so you know, maybe this is just a freestyle, because I'm really wanting a tanker and I want some heavy things. And I do want to ask a few things to anyone who can give their input, or like to painting poppers, the foam poppers. I'm not too sure how to go about that. I haven't looked into it very much. I just wanted to ask right now because I just got them. Got some small ones too. Some really small ones. But they're foam, styrofoam. And I would like to, I'd really like to tie onto these, because my handmade popper heads were just not very good. Not there yet, I should say. Alright, so it's not plain, but this is as close as I could find to plain. If anybody has any companies, like, I'm talking about AC garden, landscaping, other stuff, or have a local tool shop that is still mom and pop, more than happy to. And then eventually I could just like buy shirts, because like I know a lot of spots sell shirts and stuff, but this is in the frame the whole time, and most work shirts that I know have a logo like right here. So and I was thinking about like phone number, like, will people just be menaces and like call the number? But I could always embroider like a caterpillar over the phone number, you know. Well, I don't know. I don't know how that works. I thought it was a good idea, but maybe it isn't. Ooh. But if you do have any mom and pop shops or anything like that, I'm trying to make a directory, and it could be tool shops. Like, I really miss the tool shops that were local to me. Insane. Yeah, we're getting right into it, Alcatraz. I'm not too sure what we're getting into, but excuse me, dang it. Did have some nice hooks, but Another thing I want to start doing is perhaps tying something after I organize. Because then I'll know where everything is. I should probably make some coffee or something. Wet? Yeah. Alright, so I liked those assorted hooks, or I like those assorted hooks, but I'm not sure they work. I'm not sure if I need more of those, but yeah, so my goal is to try to figure out who to talk to at Blue Heron. That's the reason why I'm trying to find a place right next to it. And so there's a huge area at the end of the fishing pier, and I think it'd be really sick to have a mini market of sorts where it's like, I know a few people that do vending, so I'm trying to figure out who's like, I don't know, fishing pier. Those are so light, but can't do anything without being in town really. Yeah. Just haven't been able to assimilate without like bus or train line. And because I'm used to being able to throw a backpack on and like blink an eye and be just, I don't know, anyway. But out here, that's never been possible. So I'll go like days and days without like going to any stores or anything. Like any type of supplies is like really hard to come by out here. It's not a soft store, just is it. So trying to find a place in town. Oh, I forgot about these. Yes. Salties, come here. So I was in such a freaking rush from like work that I totally forgot. Got these little beautiful bastards. They didn't have they have a beautiful assortment of hooks, don't get me wrong, but there's a few that I really wanted for bait fish. I think those peanut butter bait fish is what I really wanna. Okay, so I'm gonna go with this one, and we're gonna think about it first, because I don't know, I just really like the worms, and I feel like more the merrier, and I don't know. If anybody has any recommendations, Florida saltwater canals, I'm just trying to find heavy patterns that preferably hook facing up. Oh, I just realized to make the tail anyway. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna make it all red. I don't know if the phone number is this one. Maybe Instagram site. Yeah. I could technically embroider a handle. I was just thinking about it because the one shirt that I do have is one of my dad's old irrigation shirts, but definitely just their one group. So, okay. One more thing. Okay. I was thinking about using hackle tips for the ends of the worm, but I'm guessing this, like, sops up more water. That one's decapitated. Oh yeah, this one will be perfect. Wispy. I had to cut myself off eBay, so yeah. Some stuff I forgot about these last few weeks and weeks. Do not enter eBay if any form of stress is being released in your body, because you will end up bidding on things you cannot even recall. But, I mean, like, real stoked about regardless, but it's still out. Let me think where what this sewing needle says here. So, I wanna make, I do have, okay, so the site is up, technically, called Rage Baits, but I just kind of want it to be a blog, essentially, and, also have a directory of fly tires, but not just fly tires, like, jig tires, lure makers in general, and, like, the spinner baits, and, like, soft plastics, and, everything. And, the directory would just be, like, maybe, like, some pictures, like, the reason, like, this is superior, and, you know what I mean? Just, like, a nice, like, little biography. And, their website, just, like, a directory. And, tried that on my last site. I just kind of fell off of it, because it was really just, a way to make plants and learning mythology and symbolism a little more interactive, while also, like, sharing, but forum is something that I'm hoping would be, like, nice to have, and anything that anyone can think of. Code Lock is the one who is hosting it and has it up, and I did the last site pretty dang efficiently, just poking around WordPress, so I can also add, like, not a forum though. Last time I added things that just did not work. But, like, a gallery or something. It'd be sweet to document whatever I can, have it forever on the internet. Recipes, like, recipes for sure. Oops. I've been digging around for my recipe notebook and I have not been able to find it. It's in a random group chat, and finally asked for recipes and wrote all of them down, and eventually made one of them. It's like a balsamic meatloaf, and it is genuinely one of the greatest meatloafs I've ever had. The flavors just, like, worked really well. I do like balsamic though. I like most vinegars. What? Really? Some of my shorts are in German. Interesting. I was not aware of that. Um, I'm hoping to, excuse me, gosh, I gotta get up and just do the thing. But I'm hoping to eventually get into, wait a minute. Alright, yeah, that fell off. Alright. Get going on, fishing again. But the reason why I wanna learn more worms is because in freshwater, the only really experience I've had with freshwater out here is scrimps, whether it be salted or microwaved, until they're rubbery shrimp, and the rubber worms. So I wanna stick to that because I'll bring like loads of beautiful things, but I end up just sticking to that worm. So why not tie some worms? And weight has been an issue in learning how to, saltwater spinning reels, so usually big egg sinkers. So definitely just learning from scratch a lot of stuff and enjoying doing so. Not complaining one bit. I hope I'm going on a fishing tour, but really, in reality, I'm hoping just to be a little bit more frugal so I could get to the coast more often. The last thing is a tent, and that just ensures, to be totally honest, shelter from the rain, sun, and wind, because all three of those things will tear you apart here. And I found one, trying to find a instant pop-up tent, stakeless, so it can invite vampires if, no, I'm just kidding. Anytime I hear stakeless, for some reason, like tent stakes, my friend made me watch a lot of Buffy the Vampire Slayer in my developing years, but the stakeless tents that are not the easiest to come by. Some of them look kind of more like a hassle almost than a remedy, but coming close to finding a good one. And yeah, cause I again, I like taking we got the tri-rail and like all these ways to get around, like throwing a backpack on and just headphones and that way, and you get to see like killer art going under the underpasses and stuff. And so figured it's just Uber, but that's a lot of hours in the Florida. Cause yeah, and you could find a few, but like also trying to find like a light color. Definitely not no dark gray, but also would take anything for the rain. A lot of the instant pop-up tents I could find that are stakeless are sun tents, but Nightcat, oh sweet, getting a little better at that. Nightcat and Coleman make good. Are the two ones that And then I'll probably move on from these worms for a little bit for another type of worm. So, if anyone has any worm recommendations. I don't have any squirmy tails yet. One thing that I am looking for, because again, the glue, excuse me, I prefer, this is really, I prefer, because this is all I know, this, very nice, hairline hardest hole penetrator. However, it's gotten to be really kind of thick, so now I'm down to head cement, but at least I could get it to squeegee through stuff. And I had the water-based loon that came in a kit, the hairline kit. I got one of my parents, and spilt it all over my desk instantly. Alright, so we're gonna add more lead. Oh, I bet I could put two of these beads, like, together. And I'm gonna go down and put the lid on top, because in my mind, the glue, like, hits this thread and less sliding happens, maybe. And since this is shorter than the other ones, I feel like to the end where it starts curving a little bit to, in my mind, enforce that it's gonna stay on its back and therefore not attached to everything it passes. Oops. Yeah. UV cure? Well, I have this for now. However, I really want the, oh shoot, UV craft resin. It always sounds wrong. Like, I feel like I always, not sounds wrong, but it always feels like I'm remembering it wrong. But I think that is what it's called. UV craft. Made in America, like the resin itself too, which kind of unheard of. And in this setting, I use such a small amount that this huge bottle of Mr. Resin isn't the most convenient, but for mixing stuff and like shells and stuff it is, because I really do like this resin a lot for jewelry anyway. Oops. I was trying to like mash it, because I'm trying to get more like strategically in there maybe. Ooh. See, I'm not sure how that smells, but I mean, like if you get this stuff on your hands, it kind of smells. I just hate the smell. It's a bizarre smell. But for a big thing, it has never done me wrong. I got a lot of pieces of jewelry out of just one bottle, like pendants and stuff. I'm trying to find like maybe like like a DIY crab building kit or something so I could find. I did get Mold Maker to try to make a carapace for a crab. That shell bit, I think. I've tried finding them on like Thingiverse and that kind of thing, but I'm gonna just have to find one at the beach and press it into some Mold Maker. Oh. Try it. I mean, I guess I should have backed it up a little bit, but shoot, I should have backed it up a little bit. Maybe I can force it back. This lead. Whoop. Whoa. Okay, some point. That's fine. So I could just like. Alright. Can you tell my sleep schedule is like not even productive for a human? What am I doing at this point? Okay. Oh, okay, that's okay. This is for that canal right down over there. I just really wanted it a little heavier, and to be honest, I can't think of a better way, and I also wanted it a little bit more tapered, like. And it's pretty dang thick Estes. Ooh. Oh, that's nice and centered. I can never get the lighting right enough in here to make it crisp, you know what I mean? It always feels super, like not clear. Wow. Alright, so I have to dig out a feather. Not gonna do the pink super quick. Well, I guess not super quick. Just have not been able to. Can't even put into words, but let's golden. Yeah. Still feel like I'm forgetting something. There's a spot on Southern Boulevard at low tide. Oh, mommy! At low tide, you can walk to that little island out there. It's pretty neat. Ow. Oh. Okie dokie. Ooh. Almost took my computer out. Skirt is so dang comfortable even though it's a safety pin on. But I've had to since I was in high school. Because I think I got it when I was in 9th grade. And do you see how it's not faded? Probably washed this 1,000 times. And in well water. Perfectly fine. 1970s. And I still haven't even bothered fixing the zipper because it's just like, I don't know. Fine. Alright. Okay, so I'm not too sure what would be best for this. Try to find like red. Like red with black, maybe. This is just some random gift bag, but pretty neat color. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think this will do. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. It's folded in like this. It's neat color. Coral, but it's like fire engine red. Just did not expect that. I actually like these kind of dull ones with the splotchy print. And they're very webby, so are these hens. find a thick one if there is. Wow, that iridescence is intense. What are these? Ooh. That'd be kind of neat. Definitely going to make a black worm. Well, like a burgundy worm. All right, this one's probably the thickest, widest one. And splotchy, kind of like exactly. Yeah, I don't know for some reason. Maybe not. Alright, one more little look through here, and if not, I'm just gonna yeah, that iridescence is just like killer. Can't not. Cut the tip off and put that aside. Sean David. Worm, but I think like, yeah, shrimp. But what? It's a little chody right now, so I have to like. I gotta remember what words actually mean, and the word, just because I commandeer words and repurpose them doesn't mean. Okay, so anyway. It looks great in water, like it blew my mind, so I definitely want to have more, therefore, more balls, so hold off using. So, yes, like that. Yeah. Let me get this like tucked in there and then sit back down because for some reason I'm standing. Okay, I sit down. Wee. Whoops. Why doesn't that look right? I mean, it doesn't look wrong. I could do it backwards, but gives you another thing to learn from, because again, this is a heavy, bevy mess around for the canal out there. There's a lot of stuff that floats down that, so I just kind of assume that I'm not gonna be coming back with the same rig I leave with, I guess. It's like a blur. Should have used maybe some of the fluff here. Well, I guess I didn't really know about it, so that's nice. But yeah, this kind of blew my mind. Like, coral, so nice color. Then I can't do as car sound. Alright. Let me try to sneak some of this in there. Oops, shite. This, I like this, has some spring to it. And I wasn't sure, I couldn't really figure out the difference between origami wings and, shoot, I already forgot. Dang, and where I wrote it down is out there. So I'm gonna throw some of that green on there, just put it up so I grab it. I like it. Transitions into the dark of the lead. Alright, one moment. Yeah, if you're in a place where you can see it, I haven't heard anything about. I always freaking miss the space stuff, but meteor shower. I guess it's the tail end. Oh, trap on the shade. Hold on a moment. But meteor showers. So when I said I'm gonna just run and grab this real quick, but if y'all disappear to see meteors, I do not mind. I dropped my candy. But yeah, pretty neat. The moon looks crazy here in Southeast Florida right now. But let me just grab this box real quick. Oh no. Dang, I wish the zoom was a hair more like adjustable.
I've seen something spiraling down over the acorn tree. It was coming down in a spiral. And I went
Ooh.
at the end and I seen the tail just going boom and gone.
Can y'all see this stuff? I'm actually not too sure how my dad is doing. Ever since he got his energy back, he kicked everyone out the house. But I guess if he was doing bad, I would hear from him. So I'm supposing good. Pretty well, you can see that one star. I really appreciate you for asking, Sean. That's really I'm still just like astounded. Airplane. I saw like a little scrape. I can never sit still long enough for meteor showers.